I have Mr. Greg Astorian, our Government Affairs Director, who will be introducing Housing Affordability Index. Mr. Astorian, please go ahead.
Thank you, President Bunyadi. This presentation is in two segments. We're going to do the first segment this week and the next one next, because I want to be respectful of the panel's time and the constraints that we have on time. With that, I'll be sharing my screen with you in a second. All right, so you must be seeing a blank white screen, and the presentation for today is about Housing Affordability Index. You are used to, as a realtor, getting this data from the California Association of Realtors. However, the data that you get is mostly on state level and perhaps some county level data. Today, what we are going to do is to talk about the HAI, and for the first time, I believe in the history of our association, we have taken the data and extrapolated and applied it to local areas that you're doing business, namely Glendale, Burbank, and Pasadena, the three areas in the Tri-City area. Again, this is specific for these three cities. We are presenting it to you so you can have this as a tool in your tool shed to be able to distinguish between yourself and your competition as the expert in the market, as well as your association using it in policy conversations with legislators. Just before this meeting started, at the coffee time, you had Rick Bunyadi, your president, Ani, you had Mike Napolitano showing their disdain about supply of ownership housing and why we have a dearth of it. And to be quite honest with you, this is a tool that will address all of those for you and show you on how to deal with it and present it to your clients and to your offices. All right, today we are going to talk about housing affordability in the condo and townhouse segment. What we are going to be doing is presenting you the city, the median price for it, and our assumptions are with 20% down payment at a 3.2% rate. We are going to do the PITI and the minimum income that is required to buy that condominium, and we are going to give you the affordability index. What that is the percentage of the population with the minimum income requirement that can buy that medium priced product. Let's start with LA County. The LA County townhouse and condo median price is $545,000. It requires $2,510 PITI based on the 20% down payment and 3.2% rate. The affordability index based on $100,000, let me just get my highlighter here. Based on $100,000 income, the affordability index is 31%. Let's do so for Glendale. The median townhouse or condo unit in city of Glendale is $605,000. PITI required is 27 and change. You need $111,000 in income to be able to buy a condo or a townhouse in city of Glendale. The index, affordability index, is 31%. In other words, 31% of the population of residents in city of Glendale are capable of purchasing a condo and or a townhouse. Well, what about showing you how this, let's say how we calculate the income household distribution. If you look at Glendale, starting at $124,000 income and going up to $500,000, it comes to about maybe 7.9 about 31%, which is the 31% that we are showing at this box. For the city of Burbank, the same calculations, 30 to 30 PITI, you need $129,000 in minimum income to be able to qualify for a townhouse or a condo. And that puts Burbank at the 25% affordability. For Pasadena, it's the same thing, except it's at $134,000 minimum income required at $727,000. Therefore, only about 23% of the Pasadena residents are capable of purchasing the condo or townhouse that is based on the median price of $727,000. With that, President Rick, that concludes my short and brief presentation, and I could answer any questions if there are not, but if there are. However, I also have sent Robert Sandoval a bulletin from Fannie Mae that really is important for you all to know about, and that has to do with the Fannie Mae changing its desktop underwriting guidelines, and that is based on, and there was a lot of conversation about this before, that calculating the rent that a first-time buyer, and you have to be a first-time buyer, calculating the rent towards the credit, in other words, to make it even more easier for the first-time buyer to qualify for a Fannie Mae loan. And you know, it starts with Fannie Mae and it will eventually go to the private lenders and what have you. In this case, what Fannie Mae is saying is the following. If you're paying rent for that is over $300, if you've been recurringly paying that rent for the past 12 months, and if you're a first-time buyer, that information will be put in the DU or the desktop underwriter, and it will be used towards enhancing your credit to be able to qualify for a loan that you could or could not have had before this function and or this credit that has been added to the DU. With that, President Rick, I'm about done.
Thank you, Greg. Any questions from Greg, please? All right, seeing none.
Can I have just a real quick one?
Yes, please, Mike, go ahead.
And actually, it's not a question. It's going to be, I saw something the other day from Southland regarding a fee that the LA County supervisors are talking about, an art fee, and Greg was all over it. Very quick response. He's doing I mean, he knows what's going on in our county, our cities, and I just want to thank him for such a quick response. I thought it was something we missed, and he was all over it. So thank you very much, Greg.
Boy, Craig.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Greg. And we really appreciate these comments because it keeps us going. It keeps us going. Thank you, Greg. Any other comments or any other questions, please?